Hello gardening friends, it's April 26th and look at all the spring flowers blooming. Tulips and everything else is starting to come up too. Look at the poppies here getting ready to bloom. They'll be blooming here for too long. This is a hardy geranium that I planted here last year. And here's some lilies down in there. These look like tulips and daffodils that are all done blooming, so I need to come along and cut off the tops like this. And this is Loosestrife growing in here. It'll have tall yellow flowers on it. Here's some roses I've got growing in here. They'll be blooming here for too long. And this is blue grape hyacinths. They're really nice look. I got sedum scattered all over the place in here. There's ground cover underneath the roses. And then later on this year I'll probably plant some moss roses in here too. Trumpet vines coming up right here. Even though I didn't actually plant it right there, I planted it over here. And this is honeysuckle here. It has nice flowers on it that I was thinking it would attract the hummingbirds between the trumpet vine and the honeysuckle, but I don't think I've ever seen either one on here. A lot of these tulips are just about done. This is a lily coming on. Here's some more hardy geraniums I planted last year. And here's one that's been here for several years. It has nice blue flowers on it. And look at these lilies here that are growing up in here. Oh, they're all over the place in here. I planted some allium here last year with the big blue flowers. There's a peony right there. You can see all the ants on there. And there's more peonies. All these daffodils that are all done in there. There's coral bells right there. There's some columbine right there. I don't know what that is. This is a vine like morning glory or something. Lily vines in here covering the whole thing up. There's another lily in there. Bee balm in there. Look at the Solomon seal coming up. Here's some more columbine. Oh, look at how far along the seeds are on these daffodils. This is winter aconite. And here's some more Loosestrife here. These are all daylilies in through here. There's some lilies growing in there. There's snow on the mountain. And daffodils are all done blooming. There's some ferns there. This is bleeding heart. Our crabapple tree blooms this year. Most of the blooms are gone. It had quite a few blooms on it too. Here's some that are still there. It was covered with blooms though earlier. More up there. Here's a columbine that's blooming right there. Look at that. And this is a stilby here. Look at these tulips. These are late blooming tulips with carnation flowers. These are Virginia bluebells. I love them. I got them scattered all over in through here. Look at how they start out. They start out pink like that. Here's another one right there. This is such a pretty flower bed. Here's some more of those carnation flowered tulips. Look how big those are. This is Brunnera right here with these patterned leaves. And here's coral bells right here. Only a couple years old. Here's more coral bells here. This is lily of the valley. They have like small white pendulous bell-shaped flowers that are very sweetly scented. There's more. I got them all over here. Look at the poppies over here are getting ready to bloom. This here is Sweet William. There's very pretty red flowers on it. And there's some more hardy geraniums in there. Look at the size of these tulips. Here's a very, very old coral bells plant. Been here for several years. Well, that's good for today. And I hope you like my garden. And if you did, please subscribe to my channel. Here's some more. That's some flower, but I don't know what that is. There's more Virginia bluebells down in there. And here's a bunch more of these carnation flowered lilies. I buy for my tulips, I usually get from a couple of different places, Brex or Cave Van de Bergien, and I just buy mixtures. I don't buy specific kinds, I just buy mixtures. And they just go out and plant them. Okay. Alright. So thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.